Good morning, Corvallis. Nice little Friday going here. This is Jake McGrady coming to you live on Second String Sports. Logan, why don't you introduce yourself?
And we got Logan McGinnis here. You know, it's we've had a little couple rainy days here.
Yeah, well, that nice stretch of sun, and then we just had to be downed on by the last 2 days of rain.
But you know, today's looking like it's peaking out, and
I'm loving it.
Maybe even get a good
like McDonald's.
Get a good Easter weekend going here, guys. About to go hunt some Easter eggs.
No, you're not.
I know I'm not. Color some Easter
eggs. You
eggs.
can paint some eggs. I can see you doing that. I'll paint some Blazer eggs. You paint some Spurs eggs.
I'll just eat some eggs.
Ew. Not that eggs are gross. I just literally just pictured you just eating like massive amounts of hard-boiled eggs.
No, I eat eggs raw.
Yeah, right. You're not Hulk Hogan. Anyway, dynamic duo again in the booth. Missing our third host again, second week in a row, but it's all good. He's here in spirit.
Yeah, Grant had to go to Safeway. He needed food.
It's all good, though. We don't stop for the beat. It's going to be all playoffs all the time, this show.
Oh, yeah. We're going to make big bowl predictions. Who's going to win it?
Oh, yeah, very bold.
As
bold as, what do they call it? Doritos are bold in those
bold
commercials?
as Victor Bolden.
Okay. Like we said last week, though, come April and May, this is probably going to be the best sports radio show you've ever listened to in your entire life.
Oh, we're just talking NBA.
All NBA all the time.
Oh, it's the best time of the year.
If you're a basketball fan and you're listening right now to our new time slot, because it's 1 p.m. and, you know, we got a different demographic listening to us. If you want to jump in on the convo, like we say every show, live tweet us, hashtag Second String Sports, our personal Twitters, or at Second String KBVR is the show Twitter.
Are you saying a new demographic as in people are actually up?
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
New demographics as in the 9 a.m. people are actually up and about.
AKA zombies.
Zombies. Sports zombies.
Walking Dead.
Okay. I knew you'd have to
Walking
mention
Dead
that.
shout out.
All right. Let's get into some sports right off the bat.
All right. You know, Jake, I think we should just write down some predictions.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling.
And
I want proof.
Then towards the end of the year, we just go back and we're like, oh, man, I called this. So we're gonna write this down. We got my pen, got some paper.
Hey, Grant, what are your playoff predictions?
Sorry, wait. No, Grant has forfeited all of his predictions, so Grant loses. Yeah.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
All right, Grant. We're sorry. Yeah, sorry, Grant. You know,
you can throw in your predictions over Twitter,
but it has to be before all the games start. If you don't do it before,
you have to
lose.
It has to be a mass tweet.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's pull up some Bleacher Report action.
All right, we could pull out the we'll pull out the Western Conference first. How do you feel about that, Jake?
Well, West is best. The East hardly matters at all, so I'm good with the West.
I feel that. All right, first round matchup.
You feel me?
We're going to start with the number 1 seed. San Antonio versus
Dallas.
The Dallas Mavericks.
Versus Dallas.
And
we all know how you feel about this series. I mean,
it's
hard for anyone to feel a different way about it.
Yeah.
Any logical basketball fan.
The last game of the season was versus Dallas versus Memphis, and the loser took the short end of the stick and has to play the Spurs. But, you know, the winner had to play OKC.
Yeah.
Tough matchup either way. That was a great game. But it
was a great game.
Mm-hmm, we'll have to, you know, it's going to be, I'm kind of glad, because as a San Antonio fan, I'm glad we got Dallas.
I would be glad if I was a San Antonio fan too. Memphis, like you said, might be like the scariest 8 seed that has been in the playoffs.
So, but now that the 7th seed, so no, that's
that's true. Never mind.
But Memphis is, you know,
they're a dark horse.
Same with Dallas. Dallas is a veteran team, but Memphis is kind of that veteran team that they're defensive grinded, and you know they got shooters. They got Mike Conley, and the big boys down low, Zebo, Marc Gasol. That's the tough thing is having those two guys down low, and for the Spurs, it's not too hard for them because they, two big guys down low. Splitter, Duncan, and
split.
And for Spurs playing Dallas, it's that rivalry has just always been great, but kind of towards the last few years, it's still there, but the Dallas just hasn't been as good, and the Spurs have been kind of dominant for it. And I feel like, and the Spurs have won 4 games, and Dallas has won 0 in the series this year, and that's exactly how I'm going to see it.
I mean, Dallas
out.
Almost has. They have almost nothing going for them. The few times that I have watched them this season, I have not been impressed, except for the game that they beat the Blazers. That was they played
the game winner with Monte Ellis.
Yeah, the Monte Ellis game winner. That's the only time that I've seen where I could be like, all right, they've got some camaraderie and heat this year, but Dirk's gonna be getting the ball almost every possession. Monte, how many times has he been to the playoffs?
Monte Ellis
twice with the Warriors, maybe never.
Did he make it
ever?
Once with the Warriors?
I feel like he's made it once. Oh, last year the Bucks were in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, and then Brandon Jennings
guaranteed that they were going to beat the Heat first round.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Isn't that weird to think that the Bucks were in the playoffs last year? That blows my mind. Like, granted, the East isn't that hard to get in the playoffs, but compared to what they are this year, just a complete atrocity, trash.
Last year the Bucks, they had Monte, they had Brandon Jennings, they had
some pieces.
Larry Sanders turned out to be a pretty good fit, even though now this year
for sure
he sucked big time.
Everyone on the Bucks sucked big time.
Yeah. But okay, enough of the Bucks. They're trash. We don't really care about them right now. It's playoff time.
Exactly.
So my prediction is Spurs sweeping Dallas 4-0.
4-0.
Yeah, and I'll go back into it later. But Spurs 4-0.
I'm going Spurs 5. I'm giving Dallas 1 game.
All right.
I give him 1. I'll give him 1. Monte will do something. Dirk will do something.
All right. Next game. Going down the list.
All right.
It's your turn.
Right.
Now it's your turn to go on your little rant here. You got Blazers against the Houston Rockets. Rockets are the home seed. They're the 4 seed. And I saw a tweet today that I thought was kind of funny because just like, why would they tweet it? It was ESPN Stats and Info tweeted that the Houston are the last.
What did they tweet? I haven't even seen this.
The last 4 seed ever to make it was the 1994 Houston Rockets, and they were the 6th seed to win an NBA championship. And then they tweeted this year the Houston Rockets are a 4 seed, like already kind of giving the Rockets a chance to. The Rockets are the Rockets are good.
Yeah, but they're very good.
They're very good. Shooters with James Harden. Patrick Beverley's coming back from a knee injury. Dwight had an ankle injury kind of towards the last 2 weeks of the season. So even Dwight's a toss-up. I think Dwight Howard is actually the factor of this whole entire series. Him and Patrick Beverley, because
I think the defense, whichever team decides to actually play defense, because both the Rockets and the Blazers, this is my perspective. The Rockets and the Blazers are a very similar team when it comes to defense. It's almost a choice defense team. Shoot first, defense later. It's the complete fast break offense. And it's how Damian Lillard is going to be able to handle Patrick Beverley, because as many of you Portland fans know, Patrick Beverley is
he's a fly, and you just try to swat Patrick Beverley away, but he's just always around, swarming around you, trying to get on. You're having a barbecue, and Patrick Beverley's trying to get on it. He's trying to steal your barbecue food, and he's like, Patrick Beverley, get out of here.
All I can say is if Patrick Beverley was in a house and had some gasoline spill, I would throw a match in and.
Later, Patrick. I compared him just as a fly, but Jake wants to murder him.
Anyway, what I was saying is it's going to be key how Damian's going to be able to handle Patrick, because they've had their little riffs back and forth. The funny interview was Patrick Beverley back when the Blazers lost to them in overtime. He's almost one of those. He's thirsty. He's thirst. He's got the thirst for attention, because did you see that interview where he said the interview was over and he said, "You're not going to ask me about Damian?" And the interviewer's like, "Do you want me to ask you about Damian?" And he's like, "Yeah, ask me about Lillard." And then he asked, and then Patrick Beverley dissed him. So it's like, I think Damian's going to be able to handle him on defense. he's going to have to – Beverly's tenacious, and he'll be able to get under his skin, so that's the main factor. But then back to what you said. A healthy Dwight is going to be a terror for the Blazers. Mm-hmm. But what I was thinking is, who are they going to have on LaMarcus? Is it going to be Jones on LaMarcus and then Rolo and Howard? Because LaMarcus is going to eat up Jones. But if it's who knows Dwight on LaMarcus, then Rolo's going to have the up on Jones too.
What if the Rockets switch things up and they start Ashik and Howard? That'd be interesting.
Oh, I never even thought about that. That could be dangerous.
They could, but even if they do start Terrence Jones.
Yeah, I think they're going to start Terrence Jones.
But they could also just leave Ashik, even though the lineup with Howard and Sheik didn't really mesh well at the start of the season. But when Howard was out and they stuck Ashik in, really there was almost no difference. Because Ashik grabbed, I'm pretty sure one game he grabbed like 20 rebounds. And for me, I feel like this is going to be an up and it's going to be an up and down. Everyone can actually see that it's going to be an up and down, fast-paced game, and it's going to be. I think this is going to be one of the most exciting playoff series because I'm predicting this one to go 7.
You're going 7?
I'm going to 7 games, and the thing for me is home.
I know
court,
what you're going to say,
and the thing for me is home court, and I think home court is the big. The big difference is just going to it's going to be the home court, and if for Houston getting that last couple games of the season where they squeaked that out and the Portland didn't, it's going to be pretty big.
It's going to be big.
I think the home court is going to play the factor in this one, and I'm sorry for any other Portland fans here in Oregon. Mute the mic. I am going to go Houston in 7. But I kind of want Portland to win because I want Portland to play San Antonio so we can go watch some games. And we can feud.
That's what we all want.
I know.
You know how cool this radio show will be if we have
Yeah. But
so you're going Houston in 7, unfortunately?
Unfortunately for you, Jake, yes. But it's going to be a great series.
It's going to be a great series. It could be the series of the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I cannot go against the Blazers. So logically, my pick, I do agree with you. I'm going to say it now. I don't think the Blazers could take it if it goes to 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go Portland in 6 because I think that Portland, whether it might be this Sunday. It might be. If Portland can just come out, get one game in Houston early, very early, either this Sunday or this upcoming Wednesday, then I think they have a chance that they will be able to take it in 6. I'm going to go Portland in 6. Let's go Blazers, Pinwheel Empire, Red and Black Nation. Welcome to Rip City.
All right.
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, we got the next playoff series in the West is it's gonna be, this one's actually it's an in-state rivalry here. You got another one actually, two California teams, the LA Clippers versus the Golden State Warriors. Dun, dun, dun. And here's a little insight for everyone here.
Whoa.
The Golden State Warriors just lost their big man, Andrew Bogut.
Bogues.
And I know how a lot of Portland fans feel about Bogut, and they're like, yeah, Bogut, get out of here. But Bogut's going to be a big factor, him and David Lee. David Lee's not fully healthy. Bogut's out for indefinitely.
I'm not saying that Bogut's a bad player. I'm just saying I hate him.
He clogs the lane. He gets rebounds. He plays defense.
And he's a...
And substitute that in with
radio bleep
Jermaine O'Neal, who is 40 years old, been in the league for 20 years.
Yeah, seriously, how old is that old guy?
Yeah, so Jermaine O'Neal
needs to be on life alert or something. Feed him some applesauce and wheel him on his wheelchair onto the court. Just tip him over and let him get run over.
Yeah, sure. Get Jermaine O'Neal. You plug in Jermaine O'Neal, and Jermaine O'Neal versus DeAndre Jordan. I'm seeing some posters for DeAndre Jordan.
I'm seeing the posters and I'm buying the posters.
Putting Jermaine O'Neal on
dunk face, throwback dunk face.
So yeah, I don't see I don't see this actually being a close series.
No.
This is not going to be. It's going to be fun. You know, you got Chris Paul.
I don't think it'll be fun. I think it's going to be.
Okay, Chris Paul, Steph Curry. It's a good matchup. Steph Curry's going to be popping threes, and he's going to probably pop too many threes. Him and Klay Thompson. We did walk in here. We saw Klay Thompson look like from afar.
We saw Klay.
But when we came closer, it's like, nah, it's not Klay Thompson.
It's just some white kid.
Yeah. But
what does that have to say about Mocha Clay? Moving on.
So, my prediction for this series is Clippers in 5.
Clippers in 5.
Yeah. The Warriors will get one game at home, but
that's exactly what I'm predicting.
You're predicting that too.
Clips in 5.
Yeah.
I think Warriors will get one, maybe game.
I
can see game 2.
I saw it was a tournament, but it was a Twitter tournament for playoffs.
Twitter tournament. What are you talking about?
You do hashtag whatever like team you thought would like go far in the playoffs or win the championship, and for the hash because then they did the full bracket like after the pools were done. They had the Warriors going to the Western Conference Finals, and I was like, oh, okay.
What are you on?
Okay, world.
Bath salts?
Meth?
Coke? All right. This isn't CSI. Anyway, so we both got him in 5. Clips in 5.
Yeah, clips in 5.
Clips in 5. Man, poor Warriors. I swear, it's almost like it's every year that they're good, they get. What was it last year? It was David Lee. He was out for the playoffs last year. Yeah,
he was out.
David Lee was out, and then Curry was out for like the first 2 games with his ankle, right?
Yeah, I think David Lee came back later in the series.
Yeah,
though.
it didn't help though.
Yeah,
it was too late, far too late. It was his back or something like that. I hate David Lee. He looks like he should be in like. He looks like the like old like 20-pound overweight like retired band member from NSYNC. He looks like he should be in a boy band that's like retired like 15 years ago. Don't you think?
I don't hate David Lee, but I could see it.
I hate Bogut and I hate Lee.
Yeah. Okay.
And I hate Clay.
Clips in 5. I don't hate Clay. Clay's my boy.
No, he's not.
I watched him drop 40 in the Great Alaska Shootout. He's my boy.
Wait. Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
I think it was like 42. It's a Great Alaska Shootout record for Alaska Shootout fans out there.
All right, moving on. Enough of the Clippers and the Warriors. I don't care. All
right. This is going to be a pretty good one. And it's the Thunder versus the Grizzlies. And
sleeper series.
This one I think is
game 1's on Saturday for this, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, and I feel like this one is going to be more interesting than some people feel like.
Very. I completely agree with you.
The Thunder, no, they're a great team. But what I see is you have Jeremy Lamb, Perry Jones.
I don't think Jeremy Lamb's going to be a factor, though. So,
yeah, exactly my point, because you have them in your starting lineup.
Yeah.
But you're playing.
Oh, you're saying they're going to be non-factors?
This is why I can't see Oklahoma City winning a championship.
Really? Because until they make a big move or what?
Okay, trading James Harden was probably the worst decision of their life.
Yeah.
And
every analyst can agree on
because
that.
Because you get
who did they even get for him?
Jeremy Lamb.
No, they got someone else. No, it was for Kevin Martin, right?
Oh yeah, they got Kevin Martin, but where's Kevin Martin now on the Timberwolves?
Yeah. Exactly.
So right now, what they have is like a 2nd-round draft pick, I think this year, and Jeremy Lamb.
Sad.
And Jeremy Lamb, have him in your starting, and Derek Fisherman is playing at least 20 minutes a game.
I'm Derek Fisher.
Yeah.
Where's my cottage cheese?
See, these are the problems I have with some of the, and I just don't see. I don't see OKC winning a championship. Like a lot of people are predicting, Kevin Durant, big scorer, going to do it all. They have Ibaka's turned out to be a great player, great defensive player.
Yeah, Ibaka's huge for OKC,
and his offense is actually turning around.
Very.
And And who else is there? There's Russell Westbrook, and Russell Westbrook is kind of a question mark as well because you could get the good Russell Westbrook or
you could get
a mediocre
pop a shot, no pass,
yeah,
mess up the game for the whole team. Russell Westbrook.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm predicting the OKC to win this matchup, but it's going to be close. I'm predicting that the OKC wins 4-2.
Really?
Yeah.
OKC 4-2?
Yeah. I think Memphis will get a couple games and then kind of get some chip shots. I'm a big Memphis fan. I think Memphis is a good team, but
it took me some time to forgive Zebo for what he did to Portland, what he could have been in Portland, but he was too busy smoking, eating Cheetos, and I don't know. I think he got one type of police case. Probably hit a girl or something. I don't know. Immature Zebo, Jailblazers, but he matured, and now he's doing his thing in Memphis. But I think Memphis is gonna take it to 6. I'm gonna say OKC in 6.
So 4-2.
Yeah.
Okay.
OKC in 6.
Kind of agreeing here.
Yeah.
Right now here, Jake.
We might get split when it comes to the East. We'll see.
It's kind of surprising.
Yeah, what is this? Kevin Love.
We're kind of almost agreeing some stuff here.
This is weird. We don't have Grant to jump in and buffer us, so now we're actually just getting along. What is this? This is like
no more Grant.
This is like if back in the heyday of when Tupac and Biggie were feuding. Sometimes me and Logan wanted to shoot each other, but sometimes we just got to get together and harmonize on some East Coast West Coast music.
All right.
You like that analogy? You like that metaphor?
West Coast.
I'm West Coast. You're Biggie, I'm Tupac.
I'm West Coast.
All right, Kevin Love. Let's keep it moving.
Okay. Do we want to keep going through the West, or should we start? We'll start back in the East now.
Why don't we just finish the West?
We're going to transition. We're going to stay in the first round.
Okay.
All right, we're transitioning.
We're
back
going past the second.
Okay, guys,
we're going all the way.
Oh yeah, we're going all the way.
Ah, that's too hard.
No, it's not. This is the whole entire hour here, guys, is going to be NBA playoffs. Okay?
All right.
With maybe there's Ron Burgundy looking out the window.
Whoa, I like that.
Yeah, we just saw Ron Burgundy.
I want that.
I kind of want that.
That thing is awesome.
KBVR, might watch out. We might steal that for our apartment.
I'd have Ron watching the apartment. Mm-hmm. That'd be awesome.
Hold it down. All right, back to focus. We got a lot to talk about.
All
right. We got the number 1 seed, the Indiana Pacers, limping into the playoffs.
There's some inner personnel issues. Some their troubles aren't really actually their troubles are on the court and off the court. Honestly, Roy Hibbert's playing like crap.
Yeah, aren't you happy that the Blazers didn't sign Roy Hibbert, Jake?
Did you see that tweet this morning?
Yeah.
I'm looking back at it that summer when the Blazers offered Roy Hibbert the max deal contract. We have him. He was on the plane to Portland to get his physical. Pacers matched it. So then we said fine. Then we had enough money to get Batum, which personally I love having Batum because I think
I'd rather have Batum than
Batum's
Hibbert.
A great player. Especially I want to see what he can do in the playoffs. Batum's an all-around player, and Hibbert, has showed glimpses, but then he just it's almost a lack of motivation. If you look at the value that the Blazers are getting with the money for Robin Lopez is averaging more points, 5 more rebounds a game, and he's Robin Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
He is Portland. His personality fits. He's a great guy. So I'm glad we didn't dip our hand into that queso.
Why is it queso?
I don't know.
Just a good adobo.
Yeah, I bet Roy eats adobo. But yeah, they're having some player issues. Paul George, I think, is having some issues taking orders from the coach. He got catfished, sent some nudes out, messed with his psyche.
Yeah, Paul George also knocked up a stripper.
Cheated on Doc Rivers' daughter. What are you doing, Paul?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just have a little life break for Paul.
I feel like
get it together.
I liked Paul George, but now I don't. I feel like I did last year, but now
isn't it weird?
Yeah.
It's almost like the transition that happened with me with LeBron. I know you still like.
I still like LeBron.
I'm wearing a LeBron shirt right now, so.
Yeah, Jake's a poser.
I have Kobe shoes. So
yeah, there was
I'm
also
more of an attire guy.
I don't know if you guys want to go look back on Jake's Facebook too. He's wearing a great LeBron shirt with a great hat on. It's great. Go check out his Facebook.
Okay, I got that LeBron shirt because he's wearing his high school Irish jersey, and I'm Irish, and it says Irish. So that's the main reason. Moving on, though. Yeah, I agree. Last year, I was a big Pacer fan. Huge supporter of Paul George, but his attitude it's gone downhill.
Yeah.
And the Pacers have gone downhill, and I honestly, the Pacers are honestly becoming kind of like a Miami Heat to me.
So, Jake, are you calling an ATL upset?
No. No.
But I will say this. I agree with everything you said. I think Indiana will
What
win.
is this? Why are we agreeing today?
I feel like Indiana's they're gonna limp still. They're limping.
They are limping. They're limping into the playoffs. It's pathetic.
Atlanta is the worst playoff team in NBA history right now. I don't think there's been anybody
What was
worse
that?
than ATL and in this Atlanta team. I called it ATL because I got
There's no one on Atlanta.
there's no one on Atlanta.
Down
But
at ATL.
still that they're limping.
I've been mobbing.
I'm going ATL wins 2 games.
What?
They're winning. The series is going to be
No.
the series is going to
Nope.
be tied 2-2, and everything's going to be like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen?
See, this is where we
And-
disagree.
You think? What are you going?
I'm giving them 1.
You're going one? Okay, it's not that bad. I'm going to be. The series is going to be tied 2-2.
It's not going to be a sweep, but I'll give it 1.
Atlanta's going to be going, or they're going to be going ham. Indiana's going to be like, kind of scared, but they're going to pull another 2 more games out. But it's going to be interesting, a little more interesting than people think. 1 and 8 seed.
Yeah. Well, Yeah, I'm going 5-game series. Indiana's taking that.
Yeah.
Moving
All
on.
right, moving on.
Enough of Indiana.
The next seed, this is going to be an interesting matchup. You got the Chicago Bulls versus the Washington Wizards.
This is where I'm going weird.
Going Wiz?
Wiz and 6.
Wiz and 6.
Wiz and 6.
All right.
I don't know what it is. Of the games that I've watched Washington this year, I feel like John Wall is going to be hungry in the playoffs.
They were your 2K team.
Yeah, exactly. I love the Wizards. I love them. I'm kind of like Wale.
What are you going with Washington? How many games?
6.
6. Okay.
There's something about it. Like from what the statements that John Wall has said, he's never been to the playoffs. He said like, this is what I've dreamt of my whole life, the NBA playoffs. He's finally here. I feel like he's the type of person. He's had a great year. It's almost like John Wall is finally blossoming, which is weird to say because of how long he's been in the league. He's been hit or miss, but his shot this year is so much improved. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's the type who takes full advantage of the playoffs. I don't think they're not going to get past the second round, but I think they're taking Chicago.
See, we're differing in this 4-5 matchup.
I told you once we got to the East we'd differ.
I'm taking Chicago.
In what, like 5?
I'm taking them in 5 games. And Chicago has been the hottest team in the NBA. No, in the Eastern Conference. My bad. In the Eastern Conference, they've been the hottest team in the Eastern Conference since the All-Star break.
Wow.
And I see Chicago just kind of beating up on Washington, but Washington does have Nene back, and Nene's been out
Do that,
for.
Nay. Do that, Nay.
There goes the Nene jam.
I just did the Nay in the studio. What up?
Moving on. I got mesmerized by Jake's dancing. Yeah, I'm going to Chicago. I think Chicago's going to be tough. They're going to win a couple games. And they're going to win, or a couple, they're winning the series. But, Washington. And Washington, they're going to win. They're going to win, but I feel like this series is going to be close, like games-wise, but not series-wise. I feel like every single game is going to be close in this series.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But, all right, we want to move on to the next one?
Yeah.
And here comes a situation where the Brooklyn Nets have
Brooklyn.
They've tanked to get this seed. They tanked the last
And there's a reason why.
Tanked the last week of the season, and this is it's going to be interesting. They have now they're playing Toronto, Trizzy.
Draft day.
All right, I got this.
Trophies.
You can never get this.
OVO.
I built it up for nothing. You think I'm playing Tetris?
You the best.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, that's enough.
All right, we're done with our Drake. We're done with our Drake.
And that's Drake hour. Wow,
that was a very sad drum roll.
That was an anticlimactic
really
drum roll. Weird.
This is an interesting series, but Toronto, they don't really have big man, and surprisingly, I think is it Mason Plumlee? Mason Plumlee on Brooklyn. There's like 3 Plumlees in the NBA.
Yeah, they have the 3 brothers.
Just think of that. It's just like kind of crazy, but okay. Back at Mason Plumlee. Mason Plumlee, Kevin Garnett's kind of been healing his body, you could say. Hasn't really played in a while. And I just don't see Toronto being a big factor, even though they are the 3 seed. Brooklyn's actually been a really hot team in the last... I'm kind of going with the kind of hot streaks here. They're kind of hot riding into the playoffs. I think Brooklyn's going to take this.
Think Brooklyn has it?
I think Brooklyn has this one in the bag. I'm going another 5-game series.
Toronto has somewhat impressed me this year, so I'm gonna take it to 6, but I'm gonna go Brooklyn in 6. I really think Brooklyn will take it in 6. We'll see though.
All right.
We'll see though.
All right, we got our next round. We got the defending champs, the Miami Heat, versus the Charlotte Bobcats. Dun dun dun. Now, Charlotte's had a very impressive season.
Upset.
But that's not happening.
Okay.
Charlotte's this is their second ever playoff appearance in their team's history.
Yeah.
And good for them.
Good for them. Good for Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan.
Why not?
They gave him a standing ovation in their last home game of the season.
Did he shed a classic Michael tear?
I don't think he shedded a tear.
Oh, Mike.
Well, I think Mike's pretty cold-hearted, though.
He is.
Yeah.
He's cold-hearted. Yeah. Cold-hearted dude.
I don't see this being even close. I would give Charlotte 1 game.
You're going to say what I did?
I can't do it.
It's
a Miami sweep.
You know what? Yeah. I'm bringing out the brooms.
Yeah. So
we agree with this one. It's cute, Charlotte, You made it to the playoffs.
That's probably all the Charlotte fans. Playoffs. And that's what they're going to be doing to the Heat.
And that's what they're going to be doing to the Heat.
But it won't matter. Miami, taking it.
Yep, brooms.
Miami's taking it.
Every time you predict you got to predict at least 1 sweep.
Yeah.
We all know what it's going to be.
I think we're going to take a nice PSA break.
Nice little PSA break. We've been talking playoffs all show, Take a quick PSA break and we'll be right back. Once again, we want to hear from you guys, if you, by all means, if you disagree or agree with anything we're talking about, or if there's any specific, maybe something else is going on in the sporting world, something in football, something big in the NBA. If you want to maybe talk about the Carmelo Anthony turmoil and decision, we'll probably be finishing off the show with that.
We'll also be finishing off with all of our predictions.
Yep. So we're going to finish off our predictions. So stay tuned. Live tweet us, #SecondStringSports or at JMcGrady7. Logan. Shouts.
At LT McGinnis.
So if you want to stay in the loop, just debate with us. I want to get in a sports fight. Let's get weird. PSA break, Second String Sports. You're listening to KBVR Corvallis, 88.7 FM. Stay tuned.
Parents, this is Milton Crea. What do you get when you mix nail polish remover, drain cleaner, antifreeze, battery fluid, cold medicine, starter fluid, and road flares? The answer? Methamphetamine. Commonly known as speed, crystal meth, or ice, meth is just as addictive and more dangerous than crack cocaine. Repeated use can lead to brain damage, convulsions, even death. Once people start using meth regularly, their life expectancy is 5 years. Spend time with your kids. If you don't, someone else will. This message is brought to you by the Elks National Foundation and the Elks Drug Awareness Program.
Wow. So if you heard that PSA,
Breaking Bad fans out there,
courtesy of KBVR, apparently now you know how to make meth. So congrats.
It's all about the aluminum.
Take notes, I guess. Wow. Yeah.
Well, I don't take notes from PSAs. I only take notes from Walter White.
Meth early in the morning. You heard it here. Second String Sports. Continuing, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, back to the playoffs. Let's finish this up.
All right. We have Spurs. I have Spurs versus Houston. And this is going to be a good series. I think Spurs are going to, for me, because you don't have this
matchup. This is where it gets messed up because we're all going to have different matchups.
You don't have this matchup. I have this matchup. I think Spurs are going to take this in 6. It's going to be a good series. Houston's been really tough tough matchup for the Spurs this whole entire year.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go Spurs in 6.
Spurs in 6?
Yeah.
All right. So my matchup would be Spurs Blazers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go Blazers in 6.
All right. I feel like we're going to have a little bias.
You already know who I have.
Yeah.
Let's keep it rolling.
All
We all
right.
know what's going to happen.
Blazers in 6?
Yep.
All right.
Next round.
We have the Clippers versus OKC.
You know what? I'm going to go Clippers in 7. Clips in 7.
I can't believe we're doing this, but we're agreeing exactly
What?
the same.
You're going Clips in 7?
That was my prediction. Actually, you want me to be different? I'm gonna
You
go.
don't have to be.
I'm gonna go Clip. Okay, I am still going Clips in 7.
Ink it.
Actually, no. I'm going Clips in 6.
Fine. Clips
Yeah.
in 6. Whatever you want.
Yeah. Clips and 6 and 7. All right.
All right. Moving on. Next pick.
Next pick, we have
Those are...
We both have Indiana. You have Washington, and I have Chicago.
Yeah.
What are you going?
So the matchup would be Washington-Memphis?
You have an Indiana Washington.
Oh.
Wizards.
I'm going Washington. Washington in 7.
All right.
Pacers out second round. Bold
Wow.
prediction. It's done. I got it.
Wow.
I just think... I don't know. I just think it's
This
gonna happen.
is mine. I have Chicago in 6 against Indiana. Indiana's out. First, everyone's at the start of the year, everyone's predicting Indiana Miami for a for sure matchup in
Yeah.
the Eastern Conference, and surprisingly,
No, I don't even want to see that.
we don't have that matchup.
I'm different. Shout out to Chains. J-Mac in the studio, switching all the lanes.
Yeah, freestyle in the booth.
Shout out my boy 2 Chains.
All right, we got the next matchup. We have Miami versus Brooklyn. Both of us have this. Jake.
Brooklyn in 7.
Wow, you have
What, Jake? What did you just say? Jake, did you just have the Heat and the Pacers going out second round? Yeah, I did. What are you going to do, second string listeners? What are you going to do? Tweet me. At me, bro.
There it is.
I'm hyped.
Jake is bold predicting here. Washington versus Brooklyn. I don't think anybody in America has this matchup in
No.
the Eastern Conference. Maybe even the world.
I told you. I'm different.
All right. Well, I got Miami in 6. Brooklyn they've beat Miami twice this year.
Yeah.
Or no, 4 times.
4 times.
4 times.
They've swept them.
Yeah.
They just... Something about those old guys know how to beat Miami.
It's the
Except for the Spurs.
Whoa.
Oh, kill him.
Blazers should never been there. Don't kill
Hey.
Oh, kill him.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Have the Blazers won a championship in your lifetime?
Not in my lifetime, but
Yeah.
in a lifetime.
Yeah, but in your lifetime.
Whatever.
Grant just said,
Our host from wherever he is in Corvallis just said I lost all my credibility.
all right.
Grant, who do you predict for that series? That's what I thought.
Yeah, Grant, you lose. I have Miami beating the Nets in 6.
All right.
That's gonna be a good matchup, I think. But
All right.
according to Jake, Brooklyn's taking that.
I told you I'm different.
All right, here you go, Jake. You have Blazers and Clippers in the Western Conference.
Western Finals?
Will this be a surprise? No, but what is
You
your
forgot
prediction?
OKC Memphis.
No, we had OKC.
Oh, yeah,
lose.
never mind.
We had OKC. beat
Okay,
Memphis.
yeah. So, Blazers, Clips?
Yep.
Blazers in 7.
There it is.
I don't care. I don't care.
Blazers in 7. That's gonna be Jake. You have the Blazers playing a lot of games.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I'm a believer, boy.
They're tough.
I told you I
They
go
have
with the
to
Blazers.
grind.
Yeah. I can't pick against
Spurs
them.
and Clippers. Sorry here, guys, but no surprise for me either.
It's obvious.
Spurs are gonna
It's
win.
obvious. It's
Spurs are
obvious.
gonna win the Clipper series in 5 games.
All right. Ink it.
Mark it down.
Ink it like Kid Ink.
Spurs in 5.
Yeah.
And Eastern Conference, Jake. This is
Eastern Conference Finals?
Eastern Conference Finals. Yours, the most famous Eastern Conference Finals of all time. It's probably going to be the best matchup anyone has ever seen in the Eastern Conference ever. You have the Washington Wizards
And the
and the Brooklyn Nets. John Wall versus Darren Williams. What do you
Nets
got?
in 6.
Nets in 6.
Yeah.
Wow, the Blazers versus the Nets. NBA Finals.
Who would have thought?
All right. I don't think anyone would have thought. So.
Except me, because my mind just runs on a different wave.
All right.
Cool.
Well, mine's Miami, Chicago. And this is kind of turned into a little rivalry over the years. And
I could say that. You could say that.
Noah's come out saying he hates the Heat. He hates them.
I hate Noah. Same thing with Pat Beverly. Throw Noah in like a
I hate Noah. I hate Noah.
factory, light the match.
I hate Noah,
Crispy.
but he does have passion.
Yeah, of course. You can't. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't dispute it, but he's
He's
just
a
one
great
of those
player. I
yeah,
just hate his attitude.
yeah, agreed. But
And his face and his disgusting teeth.
I'm going Miami in 7. And we're going to have a rematch of next year's or last year's finals.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
I have Spurs and Heat, as everyone knows. This matchup happened
Not
last
too
year.
original. It's just a rematch of last year. But,
This happened
you do
last
what you
year.
do.
And I am calling I'm just going all out. This is going to be it's just I can't wait for this because this is going to happen, everyone. This is happening. It's going to go back to Game 7. But this time, Spurs are going to
Game
get...
7 was a treachery.
Game 7 sucked. No, I didn't even care about Game 7. Game 6 was a dagger through my heart.
Yeah, Game 7 was almost like an expected, like, all right.
Yeah, Game 6, but this time around, guess who has home court? Spurs do, and that's the big difference.
That'll be big. It'll be big.
Game 7, Spurs take it. Boom. Bye Heat.
I
Not
agree.
1, not 2, not 3, not 4. Get out of here, LeBron.
I'll give you this. If that does end up being the matchup, I'm going with the Spurs again. Mm-hmm. Obviously, and then my finals, Brooklyn, Portland. I'm gonna go Portland in 7. The national 2014 NBA championships.
And everyone,
Portland.
if this does happen, we have confirmation from a previous show.
Oh, yeah.
Saying that Jake.
We're gonna have YouTube documentation. Take a picture, send it to Sports Nation. Give me the interviews.
Jake said
Skip
he's getting
Bayless.
Jake's getting
Bring
a
it.
Blazer tattoo if this does happen.
Yeah,
Which will be hilarious.
let's get it.
Jake, where are you gonna get that though? Shoulder?
Yeah, somewhere that can't be seen.
Your mom?
Yeah,
Good thing she doesn't really listen to the show. She just likes the post.
yeah. So, Mom, if you listen to this podcast,
Jake's
you
getting
probably
a tattoo.
won't be listening this far. So,
Well, we had some bold predictions. We had good predictions here, but it all kind of came out to what everyone would kind of expect. But this was
All
a
right.
solid
This is a
prediction.
solid prediction show.
I love how we're both having our teams go in 7 in NBA Finals.
Hey, you got to do
I
it.
love
You got to
that.
do it.
I
You
love
got to
that.
stick with your team. You can't be a flip flopper.
Yeah.
We're gonna take our last PSA of the show and end it out with some maybe some NBA MVP talk, some Brandon Cooks, little press footage came out of him over the weekend. That's pretty cool. We could talk about, and yeah, finishing it up with some general sports topics, life topics, Easter topics. I'm feeling it. We got like 10 minutes left in the show, so if you're still listening, thanks for the ride. Maybe tune in, tweet at us if you want. This is the last PSA. Stay tuned. KBVR Corvallis, Second String Sports, the greatest sports show in history. I'm Jake McGrady.
And I'm Logan McGinnis.
Stay tuned.
Me, a cat, moving in with a single guy. At first, I thought it might be a little weird, but turns out it's actually pretty amusing. For instance, like my human's gotten so used to me being around, sometimes I think he forgets I'm here. He'll get up for work, shower, shave, and come out with no pants. Plops right down in front of the TV. Hello, there's a lady in the room.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
You heard it here. Be that person. Adopt a pet. Yeah.
I adopted a fish.
Yeah. Gilly.
Yeah, Gilly.
Yeah. You don't have to do much for Gilly, though.
She loves me.
I give her like 3 more months.
Whoa.
She'll be in the toilet.
Whoa. Dude, she's living like a lifetime.
No. Anyway, we got some tweets that were coming into the show. Someone said, want to bring up the Brandon Cooks topic. Pretty cool story if you guys haven't seen it. Brandon Cooks, as many of you may know, because we talked about it on a previous show, he got awarded a cool $100K for having the fastest 40 time in the NFL Combine. And with that money, he basically bought his mom a really awesome gift, Mercedes, nice white Mercedes. I think the YouTube video's up on YouTube. It's called, like, My Gift to My Mom. It's pretty cool. Got some press coverage, some write-ups. Really nice story, finally. You know, he's giving back to his mom after all the hard work. You know, he's on his way. Can't root against a guy like Brandon. He's just a stand-up guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, awesome video.
Met Brandon once. He's just a humble guy.
Humble guy, giving back.
He was very interested in what I was doing.
Yeah.
Because I congratulated him on a game. He just, he was asking questions about me. He didn't even care.
Yeah. Great guy. Mm-hmm. Great guy. I'm really, really excited to see where Brandon goes in the draft. Whatever team he goes to, we're, of course, us, the hosts of Second String, are going to be the biggest fans. So,
yep.
For sure, rooting for you, rooting for Brandon. Well, ending the show. What do we want to talk about?
I could go on an MLB rant, but I'll save that for Jake this week.
Yeah. We only got like 6 minutes left. We don't want to delve into the early MLB. We want to keep it fresh, keep it new. How's life been? This week has been kind of packed.
Kind of boring.
I'm not going to be.
It's kind of a week.
Yeah, a lot of drawing. NMC 380. Yeah. I've had to draw a bunch of
Jake and I are the
little scenes for storyboards.
Jake and I are in the same class. We have to draw, and Jake and I, it's kind of a struggle.
It's a struggle.
Yeah,
it's a struggle.
We're not really feeling it. We don't really like drawing.
Try to get I like drawing, but I like drawing what I want and not being told what to draw. Yeah, got a lot of our homework out of the way with, because pretty much this whole weekend I'm going back to T-Town, to Walton. Easter on Sunday, Blazer game on Sunday, playoff game Saturday night. Got 2 midterms on Monday. Don't really know when I'm going to fit in my studying. So we'll see what happens. It's a toss-up.
Yeah.
Week 3 is already getting, I don't know. This is, spring term's picking up. And it figures, too, because all I want to do is watch the NBA. And
I know. It's going to be tough.
Eat burritos.
All we're going to want to do is just get ready for NBA playoffs. But it's like, but I got animal science to do.
Only you. Like, you're going to be in your room and be like, come on, the Spurs are on. Oh, I got animal science.
Nah, I'd watch the Spurs game. I'm going to watch all the Spurs game, but, you're going to watch the Spurs. Yeah. But then I'm going to have to take a break sometimes for other NBA playoff games, which is always just it's a sad moment in life.
For the game, it won't be that hard to take a break.
Let's just,
do homework during the Miami games.
Let's just maybe pay off the Oregon State president, be like, hey, let me just graduate now so I can just watch the NBA playoffs.
Hand over $80,000 and just graduate now?
Yeah.
Just for this, just for these playoffs?
No, but yeah, I just graduate, then I'm done, and I can watch the playoffs. Relax.
All you lucky people who graduated last term, man. All you lucky athletes, Oh, I know something we can talk about. Declarations for the NBA draft. There's some new breaking stuff.
Declaration of Independence?
What?
You said declaration. No. Declare.
Yeah, well, I like to use my big vocab. Sometimes I don't know what I'm saying, but I just say it. It just comes out.
All right.
Jabari Parker. Right. It's official.
He's going on his mission.
Oh, Mormon.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Nah. He's going to the draft.
Just speaking of, Mormons, is just kind of, because this is a sports show.
No. Oh, yeah. This does relate somewhat.
When you were in Ocampos, did you have the guys come by?
They came to knock and they saw us, and Grant turned up Meek Mill, and we went and hid in a corner.
Nice. I didn't know, because our Jake's sweatshirts, and they kind of cover the eyepiece on the door. So usually when someone comes to our door and knocks on our door, we
open it.
It's usually like someone that we know, and
we don't got no random swinging through our crib.
I was in my room. They knock on the door, and I go, "Come in!" And so I'm waiting. I'm like, "Well, no one's coming in." So I go to the door. I open it. It's 2 missionary, nice young gentlemen, and they ask me. They start going on their little rant of what they do, and they asked me, what my beliefs are, and me being a sports guy, and me also being sarcastic. I'm sorry, I'm a sarcastic
He's
person.
a vocal sarcastic
I'm
fella.
a vocal sarcastic
He's a vocal
person to
sarcastic
people
fella.
that I don't really know. I told them I believe in sports, and
They were food?
They were confused. That kind of caught them off guard, and
Poor guys.
I know I felt after I closed the door, and then he asked, just like, oh, okay. And then he thought I was like on a sports team here. I was like, nah, I'm just a big sports fan. And he goes, oh, okay. Well, thank you. Kind of caught him off guard, but yeah, that was funny. That was probably the highlight of the week. So it was a funny
really
moment.
sad highlight to the week. You made a poor missionary boy feel uncomfortable, and that's your best moment.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If you guys are listening, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I made you. If
you're tuning in and you want to come on the show and get an interview and spread your word, actually, no, we don't want that.
Sorry.
we just apologize.
Any Mormon
you're not
listeners,
allowed on
I'm
the
sorry.
show.
I'm sorry to any Mormon listeners.
We don't want to lose fans, so
Yeah, I'm sorry.
we apologize. We don't want to have a feud.
I'm open to any beliefs, but I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm a big sports belief
We
guy.
accept anyone.
Yeah.
Unless you're a Heat fan.
Yeah. But
just kidding.
Now we've kind
But
of.
back to Jabari, that related because he has declared for the NBA draft.
Yeah.
And so did Eric Moreland.
And also Eric Moreland, also
Eric
another
Moreland
a
of
Duke
Oregon
player, Rodney Hood, great shooter. This draft class is packed, and I'm excited for the NBA draft. I love the NBA
Very
draft.
packed. The
NBA
NBA draft.
NBA draft is better.
I watch from beginning to end. I like, the hour before I get my snacks. I'm watching the pre stuff. I lounge down.
NBA draft is 100 times better than NFL draft because NFL draft takes
100
like
times. Takes
3
forever. And
times,
the NBA
yeah.
draft, they got the backstories. It's just way more personal. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right, well, we kind of run out of time here, guys.
Yeah,
So
it's
we're
been a
gonna
good
have
show. If you're an NBA fan and you were listening, this was an all NBA show.
Yeah.
So just take what we have. Take what we have to say and remember it when you're watching the games tomorrow and Sunday. But you're listening to Second String Sports, KBVR Corvallis, 88.7 FM. Just one more reminder that we are the winner of the best collegiate radio station. Never get tired of saying that. Roll with the winners, trophies. It is what it is. Damn good radio. DAM, like a beaver. If you get the pun.
Go Beavs.
Go Beavs. Second String Sports. Enjoy your weekend. Have a happy Easter. Hunt some eggs. Eat some Reese's peanut butter bunnies. Watch some sports. Enjoy it with family. Yeah. Have a good weekend.
Or if you're me, just
Or if you're Logan, maybe buy some Reese's bunnies from Fred Meyer and watch basketball by yourself.
I'm gonna hide eggs and find them myself.
Whoa. Okay. That's like some Jim Carrey would
And then
do.
we'll randomly start smelling egg smells in the apartment.
Okay,
and I'll be
no,
like, okay.
I'm not down with that. All right. Have a good weekend. Happy Easter. Go Blazers, NBA playoffs. I'm Jake McGrady.
Go Spurs.
Logan McGinnis. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned next week, 1 to 2 p.m., Second String Sports.
Later, guys. Thanks for listening.
Peace.